I have to confess something, guys. This is really what's happening when you see all my pictures and my hair is like long and pretty. There's a reason I'm always wearing beanies. We're just gonna put that back on and pretend that never happened, okay? Okay. Starting out, we're gonna go with the Kat Von D Brow Struck Powder in dark brown. I'm taking the Real Techniques brush. I'm not going to do anything crazy today. I'm just adding a little bit more color in my brows. We're not defining them super intense. Now just go ahead and brush straight up with whatever spoolie you have just to blend out the product. So I don't pluck my brows or anything like that. So with the concealer, I don't want to cover up all this excess hair that most people would wax off. Otherwise, that's going to look really weird having concealer throughout the brows. So even though I'm carving them out, I'm still leaving my natural shape. I'm not shaping it out like you normally would with a more intense carved out brow. I'm just kind of giving definition, but I'm not covering any of the hairs. To keep them more natural, I am not going to be carving over the top, but I'm going to be placing the Tarte Shape Concealer on my lids to prime. Go ahead and set that with any powder you want, and then we're going to be starting this look off with a jet black gel liner, and I'm just packing this all over the lid. This is a MAC gel liner, but you can use whatever gel liner you would like. And I'm already making a mess. You could avoid that if you're smarter than me, but I still have a cold. I'm really tired, but I'm going on a trip, so I've got to film, so I'm like, ugh. Since the gel liner dries really quick, I am going to be doing this step one eye at a time, and I'm just putting a black shadow over top of it. I'm just using a Kat Von D one. You can use whatever black you want. Right, do you see how much more black that makes it putting the gel liner on the bottom? If you're doing black smoky eyes and you're like, well, why isn't it black enough? Or why is it dull? Why is it fading? Put a gel liner underneath and it will fix all your problems. We're going to take it back old school and go in with the shade Cocoa Bear. Oh my gosh, guys, look at my hands. I am a mess. Oh, Lord. Look what I just did. Look what happened to my brush. How did it get black all over it? Well, that's annoying and it looks like dirt, but that's okay. Just makes it more grungy, right? The black is overpowering us a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and go with the Naked Heat palette, and this is in the shade, I don't know, En Fuego, and I'm just taking the MAC 217, or not 217, 286. We're just going to start buffing out that black, and again, we are taking it really deep in here. I didn't want it to be as black as it is in there, but, you know. We're going to go with the shade Low Blow. I want this to be really grungy and really messy, but I also don't want to look like, you know, I can't do my makeup either, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so this probably took like 3 minutes to do, and I'm sure you're like, well, yeah, because you look like crap. I mean, look at you. Okay, so I went ahead and cleaned up my skin. We're just putting the Becca... Why can't I ever... I lost my primer. But the Skin Perfecting Primer or whatever, the glowy one that I always use. And I'm just going to be putting this on with the Beauty Blender. My battery is dying and I don't have any other ones that are charged. We're on unmarked territory, kids. We have a battery that is not fully charged in. Let's see how long this lasts. We're going in with the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. If you are a similar shade than me, I'm an Alabaster. And I'm going to start buffing that in with my... You know what? No. Hold. Wait! Okay, I never use a brush, but I always see people use this foundation with a brush versus this I can't talk, versus the sponge. So we're gonna try it. This is the Sedona Lace 928 flat kabuki brush. I love the way the brush looks when you apply foundation in videos though. Are any of you like that? Like, it feels so like aesthetically pleasing to me when someone blends in foundation with a brush. I don't know why. I hate it. I can't do it. I gotta go over with the beauty blender. I feel like it just sits on my skin until I get a beauty blender. Is anyone else like that? You just like, literally, no matter how hard you try, no matter how many foundation brushes you use, you just can't do it. I am taking that concealer brush just to make sure we've got coverage over the eyebrows, but I'm not carving anything out. Next, we're going to go with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer as usual. We're going to conceal and highlight. To set the concealer, I'm just taking the Maybelline, what is it called? The Maybelline Fit Me? Yes, the Maybelline Fit Me powder. And I am using the Sedona Lace 217 brush, and this is my favorite brush for under the eyes. I lost it, and I finally got it back. I totally forgot to do this before I set my under eyes and stuff, which I highly recommend doing, but we're going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Fawn Foundation Stick to contour. I take it on the chin, below here, and up on the forehead. I am going to use a foundation brush for this though. So we're going to go in with the Butter Bronzer. This is the Sedona Lace 813 brush. And I'm just setting that contour. Felt like going very heavy with my contour today. And really heavy on the eyes, which might be too much for some people, and that is okay. Use as much and as little as you would like. I am going to bronze the sides of my nose. Now, to intensify the contour, I am going to go in with the Wet n Wild Contour powder. And this is the lightest powder of the colors that you can get. Next, with that Maybelline powder, I'm just going to go ahead and carve out the cheekbones. So for blush, we're going to go in with this shade right here. This is the Revolution Hot Spice palette. We're going to use the, the Black Heart makeup or whatever from Hot Topic. Since I've been sick, I've been having the hardest time, like, processing when I'm trying to say. But we're going with the very peachy toned blush. And then I do want to go in with this topper right here. A little bit more pinky, so I feel like it'll just kind of tone. It did not tone it down. It actually did the polar opposite. That's okay. My nose is not taking product well at all. I think it's because I've been sick. It just is like smearing off and turning into dirt, so that's annoying. Normally I would go into highlighter after that step, but I am going to finish off the eyes and do highlighter last. I'm just coating the waterline with the black OCC Cosmetics eyeliner. I am dragging it down pretty low. We want this to be really, really black. So taking that black shade, this is a Kat Von D one, whatever black one you have, just start packing this on pretty thick and just making sure there's no spaces between the black and your lower lash line, your upper lash line. I mean, it just needs to be fully coated. Taking the shade En Fuego, just gonna start buffing this out, and again, it's from the Naked Heat palette. So I'm just taking the shade Ashes from the palette, just to kind of blend that black out even more. It's a really nice dark purple plum shade, which you could use up here to blend the black too, like on your actual lid if you would like to. So now taking that Cocoa Bear shade, we're just going to start connecting all of this. We want this really low, like how low can you go kind of low. Like I almost want this to look like it connects with our blush and highlighter. Taking the shade Low Blow, we're just gonna deepen this up even more, and this is just a Morphe fluffy brush. We're just using big fluffy brushes. Use whatever brush you want. So for the inner corner, I'm just gonna fill that up with a Low Blow. It's really intense right now how we're kind of carving out the nose. Now that we look like we've slept in our makeup for a week, we're gonna wisp away the excess powder. We're gonna go in with ColourPop's Flexitarian highlighter. I'm taking the Morphe M501 brush. Over top of that, I want to take the MAC Double Gleam highlighter. We're going to apply mascara. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Paradise mascara. It's super clumpy. I'm going to go ahead and brush the brows straight up. We want them to look messy. The brow that everyone makes fun of and says, why do people do that? You look like you have caterpillars. That's what we're doing. So you don't have to do lashes with this look. I mean, it's so dark anyway, you're not really going to see them. But I'm just going to put it on just because I feel like it's going to make everything look a little bit more cohesive, but you don't have to. While we let those lashes dry before we put them down, we're going to be using the OCC Lip Tar in OCC Tarred lip liner. Can't talk. And if you don't own a black lip liner, use an eyeliner. It's the same thing. Once that is done, we're going to go in with the Lime Crime Velveteen in Black Velvet. Okay, so now for my whole inspiration for this look. This is the Kat Von D Everlasting Shimmer Veil in the shade Wizard. I don't know if these are being discontinued because these were at Marshall's for $7.99, so I swooped up 3. Excuse me. Oh, this is so pretty. Let me zoom you guys in here. Hold, please. Next, we're going to set the skin with the Morphe Setting Spray. Did I tell you guys that Jeffree Star reposted me? I about pooped my pants. Literally, I was like, ah! And I totally cried. And Kayla was like, why are you crying? I was like, Jeffree! Ah! So, we all know I'm going to cry if I meet him, because I cried over him liking my Instagram photo, which is slightly pathetic, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next week. Don't forget to cake up that makeup.